Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to give you an update on how I am doing on my Team Project Pen 2020. This Team Project Pen was started by Kat and Hailey from Beauty News. I'm going to link their channels down below in the description box, as well as the starting videos they have filmed explaining all the rules about this Team Project Pen. But today I am going to let you know how I am doing 3 months in. This is the second update I'm doing because I started a little later than, like the 1st of January, because I was a little bit fed up with project penning, so I started a little bit later. But this is also the time for the quarterly refresh, and I did swap some items out. So if you're curious to know how far I got and what stuff I'm going to swap and what I'm going to put into the project, then please keep on watching. Okay, I am, as per usual, going to go by the sheet that Hailey made. I have adjusted it a little bit to my own preferences. Also, if you hear something in the background, my neighbors are doing something to their balcony, or they're remodeling their home. I don't know what they're doing. They're making a lot of noise, and I'm just next to their balcony. So yeah, you're going to hear something, and I'm really sorry that is the case. But I have to film this today because I want to get it up tomorrow, and tomorrow I don't have any time. So please bear with. Alright, what we're going to do, as I said, I'm going to follow my laptop, or on my laptop I have the spreadsheet Hailey made. I catered it a little bit to my own preferences, and what I also did, I gave every product that is in my project pen its own little goal, because I don't want to just say I'm going to use something up. Sometimes I'm just saying, well, maybe I want to use it like for 1 centimeter, or I want to use 1/4 of a gram, or I want to use it for these 3 months and just get to know the product a little bit more before I decide if I want to toss it, keep it, get more in the line, get more in the line the brand has. So yeah, everything has its own little designated goal. But I want to start because I have a lot of stuff and these videos tend to take a long time, so I'm going to start off with primer. I am working on this Clarins SOS primer in the shade Peach. It's the number 2 shade. This is not a problem for me to use up. I am doing quite alright. I was at 39.4 grams last month, and now I am at 36.4, and I'm going to keep it in because I really want to use it up. So it's staying. Then for foundation, I am trying to pen 2. I'm going to get them both. The first one is the MAC Water Weight in NW18. Last time I was here, and now I am right here, and in weight that comes down to, last time I was at 109.3 grams, and now I am at 102.9 grams. And the reason why I am not, making a lot more progress is because I haven't been wearing makeup every day because of this whole quarantine and self-isolation type of thing. I work from home and I don't tend to use makeup every day. That's not a very good thing if you're project penning, but it's what it is. So yeah, and I'm also trying to pen, and I haven't used this like at all, I think maybe once or twice this month. I'm also trying to pen, or at least hit major pen, on this NW20 Studio Fix by MAC. Last month I was at 59.3 grams, and now I am at 58.8 grams. So I used some, I just didn't use a lot. And my goal for this one is to hit major pen. And this one is just, I have to decide if I want to keep it or take it out. And at the moment I'm like, I'm almost halfway through. Maybe I can just use it up. So I'm going to, I think, just use it up unless I get really annoyed by it, and then I can just take it out. But it's okay. For concealer, I have 2 concealers at the moment. I am working on this Maybelline Eraser one in Fair. And I am this far. As you can see, the first time I went very, very well, and then the second time I did very well as well, and then it got a little bit less. That's not really this concealer's fault. I'm just trying a lot more concealers lately, and yeah, so I'm not really using this one as much as I used to. But if I just knuckle down a little bit, I'm going to be done very quickly. So I should just concentrate on it a little bit more. I was at 19.6 grams last month and now I am at 19.4 grams. And the other concealer I was talking about last time, that I was getting a little bit, you know, I was struggling a little bit with it because it's extremely yellow for me. It's way too yellow to use on my under eye. It's Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 16. I don't really know why I got this, because you know, you can see the shade for what it is. But I got this very yellow one. I don't know why, but I did. So yeah, and last time there was someone in the comments saying maybe you can use it as an eyeshadow primer. That, I think it was a very good idea. I just don't like concealer as an eyeshadow primer. But then I was watching, I think, Robert Welsh. And he said that if you have a very yellow tone concealer, it can cancel out redness in your face. So what I'm doing, I use this as like a base for on my cheeks and around my nose, because I get really red there. And then I blend it out with my beauty blender, and then I just put on my foundation. And it's been working really, really well. So well even that I have some progress to report. I was at 16.1 grams last month and now I am at 15.6 grams. And the first time I tried to weigh this, it was like, I think it gained like a percentage of a gram, like 0.1 grams or something. It gained. So, and now I'm really, really using it up, and I think I had it in my goal for this product is to decide if I want it in or if I want it out. But right now, at this point, I'm like, you know, I can use this up. If I use it the way I'm doing right now, I can really easily use this up. So I am going to keep it in until it's fully done. Then for powder, I am trying to pan this Master Fix by Maybelline. It's just a white, I was thinking you could see it. It's just a white powder, nothing fancy, nothing special. But it's not a very bad powder for me to use. It's a bit on the dry side, but it's not unusable. I'm trying to mark where I am at, but it's not very easy for me to do that because every time I don't have a reference point. It's like a little bit weird to explain to you, but this is kind of what I've been doing. But as it comes to weight, I was at 34.3 grams last month and now I am at 33.8 grams. And for me, I really see that I'm doing very well. I'm having not a lot of trouble panning this. As you can see, there's really, can you see this? There's really not that much left. So I think I will be done, if I start to use makeup a little bit more, I will be done very, very quickly. I'm going over to bronzer. I have two bronzers I'm trying to pan. This is the CoverGirl, I always forget this name, the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Powder in Buff Beige. And I'm this far. I'm going to put up a picture. I'm this far. I didn't use it a lot. I don't know really why, because I don't dislike this product at all really, but I just didn't use it a lot. I think because I just didn't use a lot of makeup and I'm trying some other stuff as well. But last time I was at 61.3 grams and now I am at 60.6, so I've been using it some. I also have a picture up, so you can maybe see some difference in the pen size. I can't really tell, but yeah, maybe you can see some difference. And then I'm also trying to pen this mini from Hoola. It's just a regular Hoola. This one I took it out of its container because it's annoying to get to the product when it's in its small container. I use quite large, like this size brushes. Yeah, that's kind of, you know, a problem. So I was at 8.2 grams last time. I am at 8.1 grams right now. I have not made a lot of progress, but I'm starting to see a dent in it. So yeah, I am doing okay. I'm just plodding along. I must say, because I am quite light right now, because I'm in my summer like shade, what you want to call it. It's a bit red on me. So yeah, that's something. So I'm not really reaching for it very, what you say, very regularly. Okay, then we're going to blush. I have been trying to pen this butter blush in the shade Vintage Rose from Physicians Formula. I also will have the picture up. You're not going to see a lot yet, but you can see that I'm kind of working on that really motif that's on there. I really enjoy this blush, so I'm not really bothered by using it. I was at 45.8 grams last month and I am at 45.4 right now. This is just a blush I reach for. When I do my blush, I just reach for this one. So it's, for me, not a very difficult thing to use. My goal for this one is to use 1 gram. And right now I have used 0.4 grams. So I'm doing good on this one. Then highlight. I have 2 highlights, not 4, 2. 2 highlights. I have this Wet n Wild Blossom Glow in 319B. I was at 40.7 grams last month and I am at 40.6 grams right now. I used 0.1 gram. The thing is, because I'm not using a lot of makeup and highlighter doesn't really go very fast, the progress is very small, but I tend to use this. I really do enjoy this product and I want to use it a little bit more before I swap it out. Then I'm also was trying to pen, or at least use a gram. That is my goal, use a gram. It's the same with the Wet n Wild one, and I've used 0.3 up till now, so I have quite a way to go. And then this is the Catrice Light Infusion in number 10. I also have to use a gram of this. I have used 0.1 gram right now. Yeah, I was at 58 and now I'm at 57.9. I am going to swap this out. I'm going to take it out of my project pen. I don't really like it because I think it's because it's a baked formula and I don't necessarily have dry skin, but I don't have very oily skin. And I think this is something that would work better on a skin that would make it melt into the skin a little bit sooner than it does for me, because with my skin, it's just laying on my skin and it's emphasizing its texture a little bit. So that is why I'm going to take this out, and I think I'm even going to declutter it. I'm just going to give it away because it's not a very bad highlighter. It's just not really working on my skin. So this one is going to be taken out. Eyeshadow primer. I am working on my MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. I will have a picture up. You can see that I'm just plodding along. This is getting a little bit dry. It was already very drying on my eyelids, and it's getting even a little bit more drying because it's just drying up, I think. So it's getting a bit of a hassle to use. I usually use a small beauty blender or a small beauty sponge. It's not a beauty blender, a beauty sponge, to put it on my eyelids. That's damp, so it makes the dryness go away a little bit, but I'm not enjoying this anymore. But I'm not using anything else. When I do my makeup, I use this one to prime my eyelids because I think it's a nice quality primer. It's just not working for me anymore because my eyelids are a bit crepey. So apart from the photo, I also weighed it. I was at 49.5 grams last month and I'm at 49 grams flat right now. So I am doing okay. I'm making progress. It's just, yeah. Okay, then we have this single eyeshadow from NYX. It's the Now. It's a really weird name, but I'm doing really well. I use this to set my eyeshadow primer. So when I prime my eyes with the paint pot, I use this to set it. And yeah, just plodding along. It's working nicely. Shadows blend over it really nice. So I'm doing good. I have a picture of how I am doing, or where I was last month. Because if you look at the weight, it's not going very fast. It's just when you look at the pictures, you can see the pen size growing very well. I was at 2.4 grams last month. Now I am at 2 grams. So yeah, that's mainly the packaging. Okay, the next eyeshadows I was working on was this Korean brand Dusty Pink one. I have been wearing away on the imprint, as you can see, very well. So I'm very glad at the progress I made. My goal was to use 1 gram, but I think I was just a little bit too enthusiastic with using 1 gram because it doesn't go very fast. So I was at 17.7 grams last month and I am at 17.6 grams right now. I am going to take it out. I started at 17.9 grams and I am at 17.6, so I used 0.3, like a third of what I wanted to do. And I think that for eyeshadows, a 1/4 gram is like a more realistic goal to set for myself. So next time I am going to bring in a single shadow that I really want to get to know or really use. I'm going to use 1/4 gram as a goal for eyeshadows, because it's a little bit too much to pen a gram. You're going to work on it a very long time. And to be honest, I just wanted to get to know this because I bought this in New York, I think 1.5 years ago already. And I never used it, and now or at least I didn't use it regularly, and it's a very nice shade. I really enjoy it. So it's going to go just back into my collection, but out of the project. And the next thing I was trying to hit pan on, that was my goal for this one, is this very old Douglas home brand, very like whitish, very light pink. It's in the shade Acroc Velvet number 51. I don't even think they sell it like this anymore. I am going to take this one out as well because I just get a little bit sick of using this, but it's still doing okay. It's very old, so I should toss it really, but it's still working. It's still showing up. You even can see the little pinkish tinge. So I think I'm going to just hold on to it. I'm just not going to try to pen it anymore because I'm getting a little bit sick of this pinkish hue, and I have to work on more eyeshadows at the moment than I'm doing right now. And if I have to focus on penning eyeshadows, I'm not using my other eyeshadows, and I have a lot of eyeshadows and eyeshadow palettes I haven't even used that are brand new, so I want to keep working on that. I also put a palette in my Shop My Stash every month, though it's just a bit too much to also pen, have a palette in my Shop My Stash, and also trying to use the stuff I already have. So I'm just going to take this out, put it back into my stash, and I will be fine. And then the third one, or the fourth one I was working on, is this rose, what's it called? The L'Oreal Rose. And I was just going to use this until I was done using the other stuff. I'm going to take this out because I'm taking the rest out, and I think I'm going to declutter it because this thing has been in my collection I think around 10 years or something. And it's not really working for me anymore. You can get like a fun outer corner with it, but I don't know. I don't really see me reaching for this once I take it out of my project. So I'm just going to toss it because yeah, it's old. It's old. The next thing is liquid eyeliner. I have been working on this L'Oreal, I think, yeah, the Gel Intensa eyeliner in black. I have to rehydrate it a little bit with a Duraline because it's getting dried. It's drying up a little bit, but it's fine. If I use a little drop of Duraline, I will be okay for like 2 weeks or something. So I just put some Duraline in, but I lost my Duraline because I'm still working on my beauty room. It's mainly because I have to put up some wallpaper, and the person that is helping me is only going to be available on like the 1st or the 2nd week, I think, of April. So yeah, a lot of the stuff is still in boxes and my Duraline was in a box. But I found it recently, so I can work on this again. So my progress isn't that great, but you know, it's okay. I was at 29.7 grams last month, and now I am at 29.6 grams. And my goal is to use this up. So you're going to see a lot more of it in the future. All right, then I have my eye pencil. Where is it? I found it. I was working on this Max Factor eye pencil in the shade 30 Brown, this one. And my goal was to use it up until this whole Max Factor logo was chiseled off. But the problem with this thing is it's dried up very much. So it's really tugging at my, on my eyelids, and it's like, it's not looking very nice. And I don't enjoy using it. So I'm going to toss it. Also, it doesn't have a cap anymore. So everything in this little basket, it's getting gross because of this thing. So I'm going to take it out. I don't enjoy it anymore, but I am going to swap it out because I want to work on this liner. This is the Rimmel eyeliner, also a brown one. And it's in the shade Sable, number 11. This one. I just gave it its own little goal, and I'm going to use this until I've used 1 centimeter. And then I'm going to see if I want to work on it a little bit more or if I want to toss it as well. But this one has a cap, so it won't make such a mess in my little basket. It is now 10.5 centimeters, so if I'm at 9.5 centimeters, I will be done with this. Or at least my goal will be reached for that time. Okay, then I am also trying to pen this Clinique High Impact Mascara. I'm just only using it on my lower lashes because, you know, I've said this a million times. I'm only using it on my lower lashes and I'm going to use it until it's too dry to use, and I will notice when it's too dry because it's going to clump up. I was at 19.8 grams last month and I am at 19.6 grams right now. So I'm doing okay. Then I have some new brow products because I have finished this one. I have finished the MAC Shape and Shade Brow Tint in the shade Taupe. This one. This little point is very nice, but it's drying up. So I don't really think I can show you very well. No, I can show you at all. But what is happening, it's drying up. So sometimes you get just a very sheer wipe of some color, and the other moment you will get like a very pigmented but also gloopy or speckled type of, it's really weird, but I think it's just because it's drying up. So I'm just going to say that this part is done, but also this part, I don't know if I can show you, I've scraped it clean. Can you see? I've scraped it clean, totally clean. I think I can show you like this. You can look all the way through. See? I swiped it clean. And what I did, it's like a pomade type of thing. So I used a small angled brush and I dipped it in there and then I put it on my brows. Work a charm. And it's done. So I'm totally glad that I actually finished the whole thing. And I must say, I really enjoyed this side. It's a nice pomade type of thing. Nice color. Stayed in my brows very nicely. It was easy to use. So yeah, it's bullshit to use it with this thing because that's way too big. But use it with a little angled brush and you'll be fine. You can even get the product off that little sponge if you want to. So yeah, it was a nice product. And it's done. So I'm introducing something new. I want to use precisely my brow pencil in the shade 3. That's this one. I'm not going to, every time I'm going to show you, I think I'm not going to turn it up the whole way every time I'm going to show you, but I'm very close to finishing this because I'm afraid it will just fall out because that's just what happened with my last one. This is not something I dislike, it's just the color is a teensy bit too warm for me, so I just want to finish it because I have a lot of other brow stuff that is more suiting to the color of my brows. So yeah, I almost poked my eye. But yeah, so I want to really finish this and where am I? The goal is to use it up. I have 0.9 centimeters left. So I think I will be going through this a lot faster than I would through the MAC product I had, or at least a goof proof or something like this. This will go fast. So I think it's a good thing to just focus on it for right now. Then I have my lip liner. I'm using this NYX Suede in the Whipped Caviar color, this one, and I'm doing good, guys. I was at 6.3 centimeters last month. I am at 5.7 centimeters right now. The progress is a little less than it was last, or the last update for the month before that, but I'm not using a lot of makeup. So yeah, I'm doing good. Just keep on going. I think, yeah, I want to use it up. So the moment I can't really sharpen it anymore, I'm going to call it quits on that one. Let me see. Then I have lipstick. I am using this little bite-sized, no, this mini size from Bite. It's in the shade Date. I am at 1.4 centimeters right now, and I was at 1.5 centimeters last month. So I'm using it when I do my makeup. I always use this, only today I used a Morphe gloss. Did I leave it here? I thought oh yeah. I'm using this one today because I have this very red thing going on. I am doing a 5 days of Kaleidos makeup. This is the second day. This is the bronze, Cyber Bronze, the second palette in their line. So if you want to see how I did that, it's coming. I'm doing a 5 days of Kaleidos, so subscribe if you want to, and hit the bell if you want to get notified of when I upload that series. But yeah, so that is what I'm wearing today. But usually when I do my makeup, I just wear this over my lip liner. Okay, moving on to my lip glide. I am trying to pen this mini by NARS. It's the Rosalind of the line lip glides. I haven't been using it a lot because, as I said, I haven't been using makeup a lot in general, but this is in my handbag. So usually what I do, when I'm done with my makeup, I put my Bite lipstick on, and then if I have to touch up, I use this. But if I touch up, I'm on the way and it's in my bag, but now I'm not going anywhere, so I'm not using this at all. I should just leave it here in the little basket, then maybe I will use it a little bit more than I've been doing the last month. But yeah, that's just the way the cookie crumbles at the moment. Then the third lip product I have in my project pen is this Honey Lacquer from Max Factor. It's in the Honey Nude. It's not in the honey. Yeah, honey. It's a honey lacquer and it's called Honey Nude. So I've been using this for 3 months. My goal was to get to know it a little bit better because it's been in my collection for a while and I haven't been using it a lot because I'm not someone that wears like lip gloss a lot because my hair gets stuck into it if it's very gloopy and very sticky. This is a bit of a sticky formula. I liked it, but this is something when I walk outside and I have my hair down, then it's really getting into my lips and it's annoying. So yeah, so this is, I don't dislike it. I like the color, I like the formula. And if you don't put too much on and you bite it off with like a napkin, then you have a very nice glossy, it's not glossy, it's more like a very plump lip and juicy lip, like, you know, right now it's the same. Yeah, so I didn't dislike it. I got to know it. My goal is to get to know it. I'm going to swap it out because I want to get to know a different product. And that is this one by Colourpop. This is the Easy Bake in the Ultra Glossy Lip formula. I haven't used this, I think, at all. And it's starting to show some little cracks. So I really want to get to know this one as well. So I think I'm just going to use this for 3 months and then I'm going to see if I like it, yes or no. And the reason why I chose this is because it's such a very fun, like peachy color. And I think this will be very nice coming spring to combine with other looks. This was more of like a mauve type of color. So this is something that goes really well and really nicely with more darker eye looks, and this is going to be fun to combine with like softer eye looks. I think I'm going to go into that style because it's spring. So yeah, that's what I want to do. Oh, and I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you the weight. This one I haven't made like any progress when it comes to weight because I started at 26.2 grams, and right now I am at 26.2 grams as well. My scale was like flipping between the 0.2 and the 0.1, so I did make some progress, but not a lot. And this is at 25.8 grams right now, and I have said that I want to get to know it, but also use 1 gram. So whichever comes first, the 3 months swap time, or when I use 1 gram. If I use 1 gram before I get to swap it out, then I will just do that and I'll use something else. So yeah, this is something I am going to try. Then, shame of all shame, I still haven't used this. I really should because I am paying attention to my nails a lot more than I used to, but I am just forgetting to put some nail hardener on there because my nails are splitting right now and I'm taking care of them. But I have to really put this on because they will stay nice and strong. So yeah, I'm at the same weight, nothing changed. It is what it is. Then for minis, I am down to 5 mini fragrances at the moment. So that means that I have finished up 3. And if I finish these 5, then I have 5 left. So I need to keep working on them. So I have 5 left, and I finished one this morning, but I didn't put it into this one. It's going to go into my next update because I think there's a little teensy bit left. I'm just not using a lot of perfume at the moment because I'm not going to work, and usually it's just something I do before I step out to go to work. And yeah, I'm not doing that right now. So yeah. I have 2 body products, both from Nivea. This one I finished last month, but I didn't put this little tin in, so it's done. I'm done. It's empty. And then this one as well, it's the cream one or the soft one. It's also totally finished. You can't really see it because the lights are very bright, but believe you me, it's totally finished. So those two are done. And at the moment I don't really have like a body product I'm struggling to use up, so I'm not going to put anything new in. But yeah, I finished this. If I find something that will, you know, I'm like, okay, this has been in my collection forever, but because there's a lot of stuff still in boxes, I don't know. I'm going to clean that up like, well, after the wallpaper is up, and that's in the second week of April. So at the end of April, I think I will be totally done with this room. And then I will maybe find something that I want to pen. But yeah, right now, there's nothing bothering me. Okay, then I have the last thing. It's a skincare product. This is the Ordinary Caffeine Solution. And I was at 62.6 grams last month, and I am at 61.5 at the moment. I'm also marking it, but you can't really... I can show you the progress, but the problem is that I'm not going very fast when it comes to like... You use droplets of this every day, so you're not going to see progress with these little stripes, but you are seeing progress when it comes to weight. So yeah, that's why I'm also weighing them. Okay guys, that is it for me for today. Let me know down below if you are doing the same project. How are you doing? Are you also using less makeup right now because of this whole Corona quarantine deal thing we're dealing with at the moment? Please stay safe, stay healthy, wash your hands. Very important. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked what you saw. Subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you will get notified every time I upload. And I hope I will see you in my next video. Bye!